can comment down there. And what are you? How are you feeling today? Are you happy? We should be happy. You feel sad, teachers? Are you angry? Are you worried, shy, excited, surprised, silly, or embarrassed? So maybe you want to comment there, right? In our comment box, how are you feeling today? Yan. So I hope that you are, of course, you're at home. We are in a quarantine. Of course, we so-called the pandemic era, and I hope you're safe, secured with your family. For the past 5 months and ongoing, I hope you stayed with your family safe and sound. But that's also now a problem because how were you able to spend that 5 long months? Anong ginawa niyo for the past 5 months? And that's also our question to our dear students. Parents, ano pong ginawa ng ating mga anak for the past 5 years to life? 5 months. And might be cell phone party, social media frenzy, all day long, ang hawak lang ay cellphone. Naku, parents. Or might be you have movie marathon or some kind of a series binge. You're continually watching yan, series. Baka yan pong ginagawa nyo or our students, ang inyong mga anak. Or kaya, nako, to our boys and some girls, nako, gaming all day. Ayan, through cell phone or through laptops or through their desktop computers, right? Gaming all day. And dyan na nga po tayo. The moment they realize that this quarantine, this vacation, so and so, is over, how are you feeling today, our dear students? I don't want to go back to school, especially this kind of setup, right? Ayokong bumalik sa pag-aaral. Tinatamad na ako. I want to continue sleeping all night, gaming, enjoying, right? So that's our problem because sooner or later, others are already, starting their school year. Like our school, we're on, I think we are already on our third, and we are now going to our fourth week of our hybrid learning, and other private schools, and soon our, public school will start. So definitely, education will continue. Definitely we need to continually give normalcy to our students, right? So, but the question is, are you ready? We're talking about here our students, ang inyo pong mga anak, your sons and daughters. Do you think they are ready? Right? So, I'm here po, humbly sharing to you some back to school transition tips for parents and preparing their children for a new back to school experience. So, I'll give po some tips. And again, tips is meaning these are just guide. Okay, so it means might be effective to the others, might be it's not effective to the others. It's not a law that can be applied to everyone, right? So some disclaimer lang po before we start. So this is not one size fits all tips. Ibig sabihin lang po na ang mga tips, ang mga gabay na ito ay hindi pwedeng ma-apply o can be applied to everybody. Because again, students, we have put different grade levels. We have very different psychosocial development of each learner, their individual personality, their individual learning style. So this is a broad, macro, overarching tips po. And of course, also we do understand po na we have different socioeconomic status in life. Those who are watching right now, for sure po, might be pagbati po sa mga nandun sa norte, mula sa ating Northern Luzon, Region 1, Region 2. O kaya ako po ay live na live dito sa gitnang Luzon, Region 3. So maaring yung iba po ay nasa South Luzon, nasa NCR, Visayas, and until sa Mindanao. We have different context, different situation, different available resources, environment of learning condition, right? Iba-iba nga po tayo ng quarantine, right? So, ibig sabihin po, these tips are not one size fits all tips. Okay? So, and for the information of everybody po, I am not that super expert in that topic. I'm not a parent, but I curated the information from different literatures, researches, and of course consulted parents who are already okay, guiding their sons, daughters in this new kind of education, and of course, teacher experts, right? Teachers are curators, parang museum curators, right? So teachers, especially our parents, because this is for you. Comment down below, right? Because we're live na live. Are you ready? Yay! Comment yay, because we should be excited and we should have fun today, right? So I entitled it 8 Simple GPS. GPS. Have you heard that word, teachers, especially our dear parents? Again, parents, this is for you. GPS means Global Positioning System, right? Global Positioning System. You need a certain gadget. It's connected po, right? To our, sorry, to a certain network. Then they can locate. And now, we can now locate from point A to point B. Saan mo gustong pumunta? This is point A, this is point B. But the question is how to go there. Point A, point B. And I think we are in point A. Where are we right now? Nasaan po tayo ngayon? Ano ang ating kondisyon? Ano po ang ating nararanasan? Ano po ang lagay ng ating mga estudyante? How are our students? Are they ready? Emotionally, physically? Parents, are we really ready? Of course, teachers, we are ready, right? Comment below that we are so ready for this new normal of education. So point B is, where are we going? Saan tayo pupunta? Ano ang ating gustong marating, right? But the main question there is in the middle, right? Parents, for sure you're worried. For sure there's a lot of uncertainty. For sure there are a lot of stress. For sure there's a lot of, heavy burdens in you. Nakakatakot po, nakakakaba, nakaka, uh, you know, uh, lalo pag hindi natin alam. Pero we're here to help you to navigate from point A to point B. We are in the middle. How to go there? Tama po ba? We are here, our dear parents. We, the teachers, we're here to help and guide you going from point A together with your children, sons, daughters, whatever grade level, grade 1 elementary, ECE, early childhood until senior high school, or if there's college here, there's a right line there, how to go there. And I called it GPS might be, we can change it now. It's guide for parents and students. Right? Today, we, the thousands of teachers here present, our dear parents, we are talking to you right now. We are giving you our GPS, some guides, tips for you and our dearest students for a new back to normal experience, right? Yes. So are we ready po for our at least, I'll give you at least 8 sabi nga nila, 8 simple tips, guide for parents and teachers for this new back to normal experience. And number 1, ready na po ba tayo? Can you please read? O, di ba? Teacher na teacher. I know that you're reading it right now. That study the distance learning modalities. What is that? Our dear parents, we encourage you to study the new modalities of learning. What do you mean by that po? Parents, we are encouraging you, especially to the parents, that if you're watching right now, we encourage you po to study our new normal way of education. According to DepEd, we have 3 major distance learning. We have online, we have modular, and through mass media, television, and radio. Now, we encourage you po to study. If your school, if you're in private school, or if you are in a public school, might be they will employ online learning. Kailangan din po nating pag-aralan. Parents, I know this is extra mile for you, extra effort, right? But in life, right, we are continuous learners. We never end learning. So in order for you to understand the system, you need to study it po. And I encourage you to study if may LMS in school o tinatawag nating learning management system, ano po kayang gagamitin ng aking anak? What is how to navigate? Paano po gamitin ang learning management system na ito? Ano ang mga kailangan in order for me to access this learning management system? At our dear parents, right? Iba-iba po. There are different types of learning management system and depende po yan sa school and depende po yan sa context. Then meron din po tayong tinatawag na session. So I'm giving lang you po an overview, our dear parents. I'm directly talking to our dear parents right now because the teachers here, right teachers? For sure, they are willing to give you all this information, to orient you, to guide you. Meron po tayong synchronous at asynchronous. Ito pong ginagawa natin. This thing that I'm doing right now, I'm live na live. I can drink pa nga po, live. O, di ba? Sorry po. Live. That is synchronous. We are sync. Live. But asynchronous is there's a flexibility. They can access the material later, tomorrow, and depending on their time. So kung modular po, padadala po ba sa bahay? Kayo po ba ang pupunta sa school to get the material? TV and radio, now the Department of Education recently launched the DepEd TV, right? So, paano po yon? Anong oras po ba? Anong schedule? So, one part po, our dear parents, of upang mawala ang ating anxiety, upang mawala ang ating worries, we need to study po the new modality. If even us is uncertain, if even us po parents is confused, how about po our dear learners, your dear son and daughters? For sure, there are more feeling of uncertainty. They are lost. They don't have anything. So we're asking you po, we humbly asking you to also study our system. And we're hand in hand. Hindi po namin kayo pababayaan. Right, teachers? Those who are here, shout out naman kay dyan, teachers. Show our support to our parents that we will help them to explain to our students our new mode of learning. Number one, our dear parents, study our distance learning modalities. Are you ready for number two? And of course, we need to prepare them in this transition from point A to point B. Nandito po sila on the mode of quarantine period, pandemic period, where if you're lucky, if you're privileged po, right? You're just at home, kumakain po ng maayos ang inyong mga anak, they have gadgets, they can watch TV or series all day, and there's no problem. But of course, meron po tayong other side of the coin, people who have problems even to everyday needs, right? People who are asking if makapag-aral pa po sila. So again, these are not one size fits all tips. These are, of course, within the ideal condition that you can provide the following. So, we all know, hindi po ba na ang mga bata, students are really excited to go back to school. There's a sense of excitement every time. Something excites them, hindi po ba? And we're talking about the pre-COVID era. Di ba na parang the elementaries, excited, I'll go back to school. Yung iba, no, Mom, I don't want to go to school. Iyak yan. But generally, right? Even high school students, they're excited to go back because something excites them in a face-to-face class. Might be because, di ba, it excites them because of their new supplies. Tama po ba, parents? When you are like this, you have resources, or if some foundation, if there are good hearts who give supplies to them, it excites them. Wow, I have a new notebook. Wow, I have a new right bag, new uniform. If from transition from middle school to senior high school, wow, di ba? Or they're excited, oh, I will meet my best friend again, or I'll meet my classmates or the teachers. Excited po silang makilala, ma-meet ang kanilang bagong kaibigan or makilala ang kanilang teacher. Kasi may bagong lugar. Hindi na ako lagi sa bahay. Tapos new activities, new experiences, or they are excited to eat their baon. Yes, because our dear parents, we know that you're really good in cooking, like my parents. Oh, obvious naman po, right? So they're really good. They are really excited to. Uh, there's something excites them in a face-to-face classes. So that is our problem. How to make them excited? Paano po natin sila tutulungan na maging excited muli sa pag-aaral sa panahong wala namang pagbabago sa bahay at paaralan? Kasi po before, right? They need to go to school. Commute, hahatid niyo po sila. There's sense of change. But no, there's no sense of change. Same location, same area. So we need to make them excited. Right? So, and let me give you some literatures. According to Kaylee Simpson, in this article, how to motivate your child after the break. So she's talking about here not the pandemic, but the usual break before. She said na we need to create a sense of change. Our dear parents, yeah, we need them to feel na there's something. So how can we do that? That's the question, right? How? So look at this. If you can read it right now po, so you may do so, but I will just focus to the highlighted bold words. Right? We cannot physically change the place right now that we are in, but we can still create a sense of change. How? The first thing po is the routine. Change the schedule. Change their overnight sleep. Change their all grabe long hours of using cell phone, long hours of just doing binge or grabe unlimited watching, spending hours and hours just doing that. We need to encourage them to wake up now early, start to go back, dress, and have breakfast early. Later on, we'll talk about routine and schedule po. But again, the first start po, according to Kaylee Simpson, is we need to create some change. Oops, there's a difference mga anak between a holiday, quote and unquote quarantine vacation for the context of the students, and there's a difference between school days. We need to suddenly shift and make them feel there's a sense of change, right? And according also to her, we need to motivate them. And you know, our dear parents, we are doing our best to motivate, of course, our students. But even according to Kaylee, she said, motivating a child is one area where parents are ideally better than any teachers could be. Our dear parents, you're the number one motivator of your son, of your daughter. Because kayo po ang nagpalaki sa kanya. Kayo po ang lagi niyang kasama. Right? And you're I'm so sorry for that. Kayo po ang malaking impluensya to help them. Let me read again. To want to learn. Because now they don't want to learn yet, right? They want is to more enjoy the vacation, continually have the gaming, continually have the chit-chatting, the carefree days, walang iniisip. Ganun po yan ang mga bata. But now we need to make them want to learn again. But I hope without punishing them psychologically, physically, or externally, right? We need to motivate them intrinsically. And later on, we can talk about more the different motivations that we can do. So again po, the first is to study the modalities. Second, it's to give them a sense of transition, a sense of change. Holiday, quarantine period, quote and unquote, the vacation mode is over. Yan. Right? So, ayan. And I also consulted our, parents, expert parents and teachers. And they said, yes, continually have a schedule, which again, later on we'll talk about. And ayan, this is so good. Continually talking to them about school-related things. Uy, malapit na magpasukan. Nak, si teacher ganito daw ang advisor mo. Nak, are you excited for senior high school? Uy, high school ka na. Nak, you're finally grade 1. Continually talking to them, our dear parents. So, everything will be feed on them na, oh, magpapasok ka na nga. Right? Na they will have a sense. Because before, it's external eh. May bagong school supplies. Uy, may bago na akong books. It gives them an aura of change. But now, it's a bit different. So let's continually motivate them. Yeah, as I said, a bit of pambobola. Right? Uy, ito na, papasok ka na, you'll learn again. Right? For senior high school, you'll take na your college entrance examination. Diba? You need to give a sense of that. And later on, we'll talk about that learning space. Number 2, prepare for the transition. Are you still okay? Are your parents? Are you still okay? Teachers, are we doing good? Thank you so much. So, number 3, our dear parents, let's be more understanding. What do you mean by that po? We all know naman po that we want the best for our students. We want the best for our child, for our son, for our daughter. Sino naman pong ayaw ng kabutihan, right? For our mga anak, for our learning. We want them to excel. We want them to grasp the lesson. We want them to be a star student. We want them to be successful. Right? Lahat po tayo, yun ang pangarap natin. Our dream is for our students and our sons and daughter is to reach their dream. And sabi nga nila, ito lang yung mapapamana natin, ang edukasyon. Right? For not so rich people with so much resources, edukasyon. Yan po ang lagi ko na, even for me, ang narinig ko sa aking mga magulang, ito lang ang kayamanan, ito lang pamana ko sa iyo. At kahit sino walang makananakaw nito. Hindi po ba? So we want the best for them. But our dear parents, in this kind of situation, we can't expect our child, even the A-listers, even the fast learners, medyo may step back po yan. Because again, we're in a pandemic or in a different setup. They are not in their optimum level. Kumbaga, they're not in their best right situation. So according po kay Terry Hike, in remote learning tips for parents helping at home, he said, keep in mind that it's about the child, not the work. Let me repeat po that, dear parents. I'm not here po to be a parent to a parent like you. You know the best for your student. Again, these are just tips po, guide for you. And these are some of the things that they are saying that we need to focus more to the child, not to the work. We all know that, and let me give to the emphasis of this very long paragraph, an emphasis to those who are in bold, italize words. There is so much pressure everywhere. We know that po. Pressure that you want them to learn, pressure that there's so much to learn, pressure to adapt, pressure to, a lot of things. So, but we hope that you'll not put all the pressure to our students right now. Don't emphasize that everything should be done and, over the well-being. Again po, they are not in their prime. They are not in their much proper state of mind, right? Emotionally or physically, because we're in a different situation. As they say nga po, it's a VUCA world. Narinig niyo na po ba yon, our dear parents? May term po sila, it's called VUCA. vulnerable, uncertain, complex, ambiguous, or just ambiguity. Tapos nadagdagan pa ng pandemic. So too much pressure for them also, and the pressure is there. So I hope po, our dear parents, na you'll uh, focus more to our child than to their being. Ayan, expect less for them and appreciate more their simple steps. And sabi nga nila, one of the people that I consulted, focus to the values now over academics. This is the best time because you're with your student. I don't know po the context at home, pero this is the best time to teach more your values with your students. Before uuwi po kayo, hapon na di kayo magkikita or pagod na ang anak ninyo at hindi kayo makapag-usap. This is for the best time to instill more values that you want to give it to them. Appreciate more your son and daughter. Right. Okay po, we're on the next. Number 4, decide with your child. Right? So what do you mean by that po? Because now in this time of learning, our dear parents, it's better that we decide for them kung ano ang mas gusto nila, kung paano sila matuto. Yan. We are used to, our dear parents, na sanay po tayo, na even the teachers out there, sanay na mag-aral na, yan na, nakaupo lang kami and we can sit 8 hours a day and we will learn. But now they have a different context po. Meron po bang, are there certain types of distance learning activities that your child prefers over the others? Ano po bang mas gusto niya? Synchronous or asynchronous? Mas gusto po ba niyang nakikinig kay teacher, nanonood ng video, o nagbabasa ng article? Right? So, I hope po that you will discover yung in the lower part, it says there by Linda Carling of the Johns Hopkins University College of Education that I hope that learning experiences that work best for your child. Kasi nga po, they have different contexts. So I hope that you'll discover it, right? Adjust your schedule. Don't be so rigid. Don't be so strict with the schedule. Kasi po, sometimes, right, they make change in your schedule. Sometimes allow to have a break. Kasi sometimes, right, the students have a tinatamad or they are so engaged. Eh paano if you're so strict in time, 1 hour lang dapat reading mo. Eh they want to read more. Will you stop them? Right? So they are not in the moody rooms. So will you still persist? No, you need to learn math today. You need to complete it. Right? So consider working with your child on those activities or subjects that are more difficult, as suggested by Linda. Then later on, the easier one. Difficult to easier one. So it's better also to consider the mood, the personality ng ating mga anak and learners. Right? And for the higher age, of course, we have self-direction. As they say, the name of the game is flexibility and voice and choice of the students. Ano po ibig sabihin nun? Na unlike before, na we'll just dictate, ito, ganito ka na dapat, ganito ang gagawin natin, these are the schedule. But now, they can decide on their own. Nay, I want to learn first siguro writing. Then, I think I need to answer po muna siguro math because I like math, so I'll study first math. So, why not hear them? How do you want to learn now? Right? So I hope po that you were able to get that simple idea. Okay, number 5. Ayan, nandito na po tayo. We're about to end. Are you still okay? Yay! Yay! So prepare the educational environment. Napakahalaga po niyan as mentioned by Child and Screen Foundation. Tips for parents navigating the new realities of online education. Make space for learning. It means we need ideally, again po, iba-iba po ang structure ng ating bahay, socio-economic condition, parents, but we hope that you will allot a quiet, comfortable, and dedicated space for learning, right? Iba po ang lugar ng kainan. Iba po ang lugar kung saan siya maglalaro. Iba po ang lugar para saan siya matulog. Yes po, We can learn anytime, anywhere. But most of the literatures, most of the teacher-parent experiences, they would tell us, our dear parents, it's much better if we will have a devoted place for learning. Right? It's a sacred place na doon lang, pag nandito ako, mag-aaral ako. Right? Pag nandito tayo, in the dining area, we will eat as a family. Hindi ka dyan mag-aaral. Where in your kwarto, that's your devoted place. Or in our kwarto, this is our devoted place for our resting, for recreation, family bonding. Right? You need to have that sense also of change and places. Right? So I'd like to give credits po to my colleague, Miss Leiliza Cañasares. She shared to me the learning space ng kanyang anak. Grade 2. Look at this po, our dear parents. And also to our teachers who are watching here. So ayan, kitang-kita mo yung lugar because they were able to at least buy mga posters, right? Math is there. Encouraging na parang this place is a sense of, I need to learn, right? So kung wala po kayo ganito kalaki na space, right? Then, yung isa po sabi ni Miss Lake, kahit ganito, one table and a chair. Basta pag sa table na to anak, dito mag-aaral tayo. Dito, hindi tayo maglalaro. Dito, we will focus to your study. Right? Nandun lahat. May reward chart. We can talk about it more later. Schedule of the classes. Right? It gives a place devoted for learning, our dear parents, will give the sense to the child that this is a working space. Right? And look at mine po. It's very simple. Right? Isang table, ang dumi pa, right? With all my books. Right? Nandun yung saksakan lang po. Right? So, ayan. So, nako, pero this one, I credited, I just took it on Google na look at this. Naku po, patay tayo dyan to our senior high school or to our college students. Yung mga can afford, they have this gaming set. How can you differentiate gaming, right, and learning? Because they need the computers also, right? For them to study. Pero paano po kung yan ang trip nila? Ang dami po niyan, yung mga gamers, right? And they are really into it. And all night, all day, laro lang sila. So we need to create a vibe to them. Anak, you need to have that space also for learning. Yan. So, and also, plan your work and work your plan. Ibig sabihin lang po niyan, we need to have a schedule. Written schedule, not only for the day. These are your tasks, anak, or they will write their tasks. It's better, according to most of the literatures and the parent teachers that I consulted, better if they will write their goals for a week as a whole or prioritize the task and the deadlines. So it's better po to schedule it. Our dear parents, a space. Second, schedule. As in visually nakikita. Like this po, again, a example and credits to Miss Lay. She gave me this one. Ayun no, sulat po ng anak niya yan na things to do, I will write. Right? Then I will do math. 3, ibig sabihin po, 3 activity sa math. 1 activity for reading. Then, ang reward system po niya nandoon. I can, read the Wimpy Kid, play, watch TV, and wow! Assigned to house chores. Huwag din po natin kalimutan to give them, right? Syempre, space for them to continue learn life skills. And ayan, I took this from the internet again, right? Cited. And for high school students, they love, especially the girls, they have this notebook or fancy planner. Then they will design it. Let them. Or of course, if your son or daughter is techie, they will just, use an application. Yeah, they will just type it there. Or in the cell phone, of course. Cell phone po. Pero it's better na it's visually, especially to our young learners. Right? So, number 6, we're about to end the poll. Are you still okay? You're still with me? I hope so. Time for a break. Time for a break. I'll just sip. Right? So don't forget their needs. Give your child And of course, our dear parents, yourself a break. Nakakapagod, right? It's okay po according to Dr. Linda Carling, also of the John Hopkins University. And let me read it. It's okay to stop the activity and give them a break. It's also okay to slow down the pace, which means giving your child time to think and process the information. Again po, remember a while ago, of course, there are pressure to learn. You need to get this minimum competencies or learning skills. But again po, let us remember, di ba? Understand our children. They are not in their optimum. Wala po sila dun sa talagang grabe learning level nila that I hope they will get soon. So it's okay to have a break. The others will call it the digital recess because too much screen time is harmful for our mga anak. Tama po ba? Even us, right? Parents, too much looking at this laptop is stressful. Tama po ba, teachers? Comment naman kayo dyan na pagod na po ba kayong humarap sa camera? That if you know parents, us, we can stand 8 hours and teach, talk 8 hours. Hindi kami pagod. Makakapagkwentuhan pa nga kami, makakakain kami sa labas. Pero am I correct, teachers? Speaking in a webinar for an hour or watching this, I know after this napagod kayo. Right? Aminin. So, sometimes we need po a screen recess. And don't forget that ang ating pong mga anak and learners are still children. Play, listen to their favorite song, have a snack, sometimes to take a break. Right? We'll make this fast na po. It's 4:43. Right? We have last two. And I think this is our time to shine. Teachers mula Batanes hanggang Holo, it's your time to comfort our parents, comment there our support. We are here for you, says the teachers. Our dear parents, our seventh tip, our seventh guide for parent and student in a new normal way. Don't forget, we're here. Aww, right? We're all in this together, right? If you know the song in High School Musical, remember that you're not alone in this journey. And dear parents, you're not alone. You're not replacing us. We're not replacing you. We are hand in hand together, right? To survive this one of a kind, once in a century pandemic era, right? And it's good, and I'd like to cite my assistant principal for the administration in our school, Clea San Agustin, Miss Dorothy R. Trinidad, when she said, we're partners. Parents, we're partners. We're allies. Back to back tayo. Right? And we have this agreement of course, taking care of your son, our students. Right? We will do our best. That's our agreement to make them in this vulnerable life, to give them a safe environment in this uncertain, will give them uncertainty. If this is complex, will give them, of course, a direction. Ambiguous will give them comfort, will give them, a sense of enjoyment in this kind of situation. Of course, we have the shared responsibility. We are their second parents, right? Teachers are their parents. We are here to help your child, your daughter, your son, even from afar. And of course, we will empower our students. That's our goal. And I hope that we will, in this life full of negativity, let us stop, right? Let's have non-negativism. Ang dami na pong napapanood ng batang negative. Ang dami na pong nangyayari. But I hope that we will encourage more positivism. That they will see, okay pa rin pala. And let's be thankful. I changed lang po some bit up to the of Miss Trinidad. And let's be thankful to each other. Thank you, our dear parents, to all your sacrifices. Right? We're also sacrificing for your son. And we will do this because we are supporting. Right? And that is parents. Am I correct? And that's the meaning of a parent now. That we are partners. People partners. A parent, we have that agreement of taking care of your child. R, we have a shared responsibility. E, we will empower. That's our goal. And let's encourage non-negativism in this world. T, we should be thankful to each other. S, we promise that we will support you. Parents, our seventh tip is we are here, the teachers. Am I correct, teachers? Yeah, show your support. Tell our parents that we are here. And lastly, I'd like to end. I'm so sorry, it's 10:47 is here. The most important, according to Macmillan Education, is yes, we are here as a support system, but according to here, it's you who can give the importance of, we can praise your child, we can motivate them, but it's you who can give praise and rewards. Wow, it's really good that you're able to do this. Anak, nice improvement. Right? Praise can be a reward in itself, or it can be supplemented with time spent with you. Time to connect with friends, working toward another desired education. Right? So might be time to hug them more, right? So that's it. So nurturing a positive, loving relationship. Sabi nga po ng isa kong parent na consult, this is the best time pala, no? That I can be with my son and my daughter. Di ba po? More time with them. And if you're not working, you're also quarantined, this is the best time to study, learn, and be with them. Di po na alam, tatanda agad yan, right? And it is the best time to appreciate it. It's also a blessing. I'd like to end, it's 10:48, I'm so sorry, right? Number one, study the distance learning, our dear parents. Prepare for your child's transition, be more understanding, decide with your child, prepare the educational environment, don't forget their needs. We are here for you, the teachers, and you are the best support system. And that is all, everything for the center, the heart of education, your son, your daughter, our student, our learners. Study about the education for them, give the transition to them, understand them more, decide with them, give them the environment. Don't forget their needs. Don't forget we are here, their teachers, and you're the best support system. Sabi nga ng kanta, our dear parents, our dear teachers, hindi po ako kakanta because I'm not good in singing, but according sa kantang Umagang Kay Ganda, basta tayo'y magkasama, laging mayroong umagang kay ganda. Pagsikat ng araw, may dalang liwanag sa ating mga pangarap. Wow! Haharapin natin. Parents, haharapin natin to. Haharapin natin lahat ng mga pagsubok in this new normal way of education para sa bagong umaga na may dalang liwanag para sa ating mga anak at mag-aaral. Happy Tuesday! Choose to love, choose to embrace the change, choose to be happy, choose to be amazing. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Maraming salamat po. I'm the Traveling Salakotor, Sir PJ. Might you want to check my my space, or rather my FB page, The Traveling Salakot. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay kayo. Mabuhay tayong lahat. Mabuhay, Kruhay. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Now we will proceed to the question and answer portion. Our first question is from AC Orgena. How can teacher parents manage being the teacher to their students, parent to their children, teacher to their children? Thank you very much.
Wow, grabe po. Sorry, I forgot the name po, Miss. Ano pong pangalan ulit? I'm so sorry.
AC Orgena.
Ayan, Miss HC. Ayan, I consulted po same parent teachers. And before I answered po with my simple background, salute po sa inyo, right? Let's salute parent teachers na guro na sa 40 o 100 mga estudyante at anak pa sa kanyang pinakamamahal na anak. And super effort po sa inyo yon. How to be a teacher to your son and to your daughter, and how to be a teacher and student to your many students. Sabi nga nung isa ko na consult, si Ms. Lay, right? You need to be the same. giving the same amount of love. Of course, you love your son and daughter, but you also love your students, right? So just be like that. Continue loving, understanding with your son and daughter, and for sure, you can do great things with them. And I hope that um, as a teacher parent, according to, of course, to the people that I consulted, ang hirap po na minsan i-balance yan. Sometimes you don't have time with your son and daughter and you have more time to your classes. But don't forget na you need to still guide them. Sometimes po they are being let alone na and be guided with that. But it's better na if we will spend time more also with them or after, right? After po nating work, we still need to have a time and a space for them. Yun lang po.
Thank you so much, Sir PJ. Our next question is from Kiran Budrani. How can parents find balance between work from home and homeschooling?
Yan, naku po, ang hihirap ng ating mga tanong, ano? So, number one po, we do understand kung gaano kahirap yung ating sitwasyon. Ang hirap po mag-provide sa pamilya sa panahon ngayon at ang hirap din pong maging magulang. Nakikita ko po yan sa aking mga magulang at sa mga kaibigan kong magulang na or sa aking mga co-teachers. You know, ang hirap po na mula sa akin na hindi naman magulang sagutin ng ganyang tanong. Pero kitang-kita ko po ang mga sakripisyo ng aking mga kaibigan, aking mga magulang at ng aking mga kakilala, mga colleagues, that they really still find time. You know, yes, may ipapakain po tayo sa mga anak natin. May maganda po tayong kinabukasan na ibibigay sa kanila. Pero I think it's also better na they will also feel that you're there. That yes, ginagawa po natin ang lahat, magtatrabaho tayo, pero they need also to feel you. Your touch, your words, your guidance. Hinihintay ka lang po nila. Hinihintay lang po tayo ng ating mga anak. And sadly po, there's a study na it's students who are loved at home will manifest more good behaviors in school. So I hope that we can still balance. Balance is the key. No, more sacrifices. Sadly, more sacrifices for our son and daughter. Dahil ginagawa po natin ang lahat ng to. Hindi naman po, 'di ba, para sa sarili natin, para sa kanila. So, being a teacher, being a working mom, dad, I hope that you still find time to your son and daughter. We're giving time for them, and I hope that you also give because nandito kami as second parent, pero kayo pa rin po ang kanilang magulang na mas kailangan at mas hinahanap-hanap. Yun lang po.
Thank you so much, sir. And for our last question from Delia G. Flores. How can we extend the patience of parents who are having difficulty in teaching their children who has difficulty in learning?
Ayan. Especially po, no, na it's really hard to teach, especially the lower grades. Or if there are some ano po, right, problems, it means if they are ano po, diagnosed that we can't disclose naman, right? It means there's some learning difficulties or there's some mental health problems. So mahirap po talaga yan. So parents, mahirap po talaga na na i-address yan. But we're here. Again po, you can always consult the teachers. Ask po the teachers, and we have po not only the teachers that is knowledgeable to learning or the pedagogies, meron po tayong guidance center. Ayan, the dogs wants to join. I'm so sorry po. So, ayan, but we have the guidance center. Meron po tayong guidance center, our guidance counselor who can also you can consult. Again po, our dear parents, this is not your single battle. We are here. The entire school, the entire educational system, the teachers, the guidance counselors are here to help you to understand more your child in terms of learning styles, in terms of their psychosocial and different activities. So, if burnout na po kayo, you can ask si teach, si advisor, or ang kanyang guidance counselor. Again po, we are in a support system. Yun lang po. Thank you.
That's all the questions we have for now. Any last reminders to our viewers for today, sir?
And thank you so much po again. If you're watching our dear parents, I know that this is hard. There's a lot of worries. There's a lot, yes po, there's a lot of problems. And there's no perfect system po. In this new normal po, in this new normal of education, all educational institutions, the government, your school, the public school is doing their best. We are still on the process. We are developing it and we are hearing you. We are listening to you, right? Because in the end of the day, bakit po ba namin ito ginagawa? This is for your son. This is for your daughter. So again po, we are allies. We are all in this together. Hindi po kami nandito para pahirapan kayo. Right, teachers? Comment naman kayo dyan and show support to our parents na we are here, sacrificing, also doing our best. Hindi para pahirapan sila, but we're here to help each other. Right? Yun lang po at maraming salamat at ang aking panalangin, my prayers and my hopes to you, all the parents who are working so hard, and to all the teachers, ma'am, sir, mabuhay po kayo sa lahat ng sakripisyo ninyo. And yun nga po, if you want to know more naman po on the side of contemporary Philippine arts, sa kultura naman po, don't forget naman po, yan, syempre, to like my page, The Traveling Salakot. Ayan. Yun lang po, ayan, pakita ko lang mo very quickly. And salamat, pinaalala ni ate. Yan, ni Miss. Sorry. Naku, ayaw lang mag-share. Naku, ayaw mag-next. Ayan, okay na po yun. Pero yun lang. Tandaan po natin ang kantang Basta Tayo Magkasama, laging mayroong umagang kay ganda. Yun lang po, maraming salamat po. Ayan, The Traveling Salakot. God bless you po.
There we have it. In behalf of Vival Group Incorporated, I would like to thank our speaker for today for this very eye-opening and insightful learning session. It is an honor to have you with us today, sir. And to all our Kavival viewers, all thanks to you for your continuous patronage to our daily learning session. Muli, maraming salamat at magandang araw sa ating lahat.
Mabuhay! Bye-bye! Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay kayo, teachers!